Hey YouTube, today we are talking about the Supergirl movie. Now, I just finished the movie. I just finished it. And a little bit of let me just lay the groundwork real fast. I'm not uncultured, right? You see the hat, you see the shirt, even though it's a different superhero, but a little bit of a backstory. I'm not uncultured, right? These are things that I kind of followed growing up. Now, a little bit as far as my background when it comes to DC, most of my experience with anything DC related is usually been through animated series, and when it's come to Marvel, it's usually been through live action performances. So let's just get that straight right off the bat. Now, I'm gonna just hop out and say it wasn't a bad movie. Like it wasn't a bad movie. Now, I haven't really been following the press. Like I've seen like some headlines here or there. I probably, I've seen some people's videos. I've watched so many people trashing this movie, and I cannot fathom why they're trashing it. And I think I know why. For starters, I think social media ruined it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it ruined it. Back then, when actors would have a movie, it was almost like this mystery to them, right? You didn't really get their thoughts on it. Like, the film came out, and then you just judged it right then and there. And if it was trash, it was trash. And if it was a good movie, it was a good movie. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was like top notch, Oscar worthy. Like it's not like it's not Iron Man. It's not Iron Man. But when it comes to Supergirl, see, most of my experience with Supergirl has usually been through an animated series or Smallville or even the CW series. Now, I like the series on the CW. I know it's not exactly like this is a completely different one than what's in the movie that was in the CW, right? But I like Melissa as a Supergirl. I like the lady that was in Smallville. I think she was a good Supergirl. But what I'm seeing before even watching this movie, seeing everyone else's videos, is that a lot of people, the main people that are upset about this are the diehard fans, the people that really care about the lore. Now, I wasn't really into the comics like that. I was more a graphic novel guy, right? Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, like that was my thing growing up, right? Like I would get like a Spider-Man comic here or there, Superman comic here or there, but for me at least, there was too many different stories, too many different universes where people were doing so like there's always a different type of lore when it comes to these characters. But just off the movie alone, because I'm speaking as someone that's not that deep into the lore like that. I'm kind of a casual when it comes to DC, if that makes sense. Like I said, most of my experience when it comes to DC is usually through the animated series, here or there, live actions. You right, I've seen about maybe three or four Supergirls. Now, I did not see any of the stuff with the Flash or anything like that, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not a bad movie. Now, if anything, I feel like with the pacing, I feel like everything was happening too fast. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like the whole movie kept it was just going fast, and you didn't really have time to sit with anything that was going on inside the whole universe. But what I kind of like with the way James Gunn is kind of going into these things is that a lot of these, at least the characters that he's presented to us so far, they aren't just getting started or anything like that. So the Kara Zor-El that I grew up with, Supergirl, she's either fresh to earth, doesn't know how to use her powers, has to, find Clark, and he has to get her accustomed to not only she's this, super being, but also living amongst humans. And Smallville, that I feel like she kind of embodies that a little bit, like the Supergirl that we saw there, and completely different than the Melissa one in the CW. Now, a lot of people have their gripe with that one. Basically, she's Superman but a girl, right? She literally acts just like Clark Kent, but the girl version, right? This one, she's a little bit more badass. She is a savage. She's willing to get the job done if that makes sense. And I'm gonna keep it real, man. I really thought it was a good film. I did not think it was bad. I don't understand why everyone's bashing it, but when I watched all the videos before watching the movie, and then obviously making my video now, what I'm seeing is that a lot of people are unhappy with how it's not an exact adaptation of Girl of Tomorrow, Woman of Tomorrow, whatever that is, right? The comic book version. But even though it was based off of that story, it was supposed to be adapted into this film. So let me know what you think in the comment section as far as that. But I, like I said, I don't think it was a bad movie. Like it was actually decent, and I enjoy seeing iterations of these characters. Like we didn't get stuff like this growing up, right? if you did, it was like a one-off, right? When I was growing up, the only Supergirl I had was the one from Smallville and then the animated series. There was no movie, right, for Supergirl. I think Millie Alcock did a good job. She's not ugly. I don't know where this is going around. People are getting like these still images of like, and you have to like pause it like in a millisecond, right? Like you know how many times you do something in life, and if someone snapped a picture of you, you would look crazy, right? Like you get what I'm saying? Like everybody has certain angles where it's just like, right? That's why Instagram is so big because everyone wants to find the good angle, right? That's kind of how it is. Everyone has a bad angle. But when I'm looking at the movie, I'm like, they're saying she looks like the dude from Maze Runner. Like, what are we doing here? She does not look like the dude from Maze Runner. All these memes and stuff, but I'm gonna at least give her flowers because I have not seen one video with someone giving flowers and saying that she did a good job in this movie. And if they do say she's doing a good job, it's usually in a video where they're saying the whole thing was bad and that James Gunn's just ruining the DCU and all of that stuff. I've seen Superman before this. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a breath of fresh air. It's completely a different like ambiance than the Zack Snyder. But now, and I like Zack Snyder too. Don't get me wrong. Henry Cavill to this day, that like him and Tom Welling from Smallville. Those are my Superman. I started with Christopher Reeve. That was like the first live action that I saw. But those I feel like those people played the characters well, but the way that the story was structured, it wasn't what long-term fans, I guess you could say, would like. And that's what I think is the big thing that's going on with why people are disliking this movie. And then on top of that, I like, because keep in mind, like I haven't been keeping up with the drama. I don't know what she said. I just know that she said some people are just talking bad about her playing Supergirl. That's all I know. But all that aside, this was not a bad movie. I don't know why. I don't know what they're talking about. I hope she's in the next Superman movie. She's actually a good Supergirl. Like like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't see what's bad about it. And the only reason I can see why people have an issue with this movie is because they're long-term fans. They care so a lot about the lore, and when they see something adapted, they want it to be exact. Like the the energy that I'm getting for this movie is damn near the same as what Dragon Ball fans had for Dragon Ball Evolution. Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting a little bit. But she did not do a bad job. Just had to hop on here and say that because like I just been looking at all these videos and I'm trying to figure out like why is everyone saying this is a bad movie? Yeah, the pacing, it could have been different, right? There's three different endings to the movies. The people saw it beforehand. The villain, he's not really like that. He's not really like that. But, which I mean, I thought it was a decent villain. Like they're on some Genghis Khan shit. Like what? And like it was kind of dark when you look at it. Like as far as the plot, it was a little bit dark. Like yeah, there were some plot devices with the dog and everything like that, but. I'm gonna say all in all, I would give this movie at least a 7.5. Like it's not a bad movie. And she did a great job as Supergirl, and I would love to see her as Supergirl again. And that's the main thing. That's the bottom line with that one. So if you got your thoughts on the movie, I feel like a lot of people have seen this movie. Put that down in the comment section, man, because I'm still trying to figure out how the movie is bad, and I'm trying to figure out like how James Gunn ruined it. Not and I'm a casual when it comes to these things. So I haven't I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy like once or twice, right? I'm aware of it, but I feel like this movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. It was two people. And then Lobo, like I don't know, like it was basically two people the whole film. It wasn't a whole team or nothing like that. It's not no girl boss energy going on. It's Kara Zor-El. She should be whooping people's ass. It's Supergirl. Like what? Like so, and the kid, like I mean, so if it was a boy, it would have been fine. Like I don't know. Put your thoughts down in the comment section. This movie is not bad. I don't know what is going on with the internet. Everyone's like they're like everybody's like up in arms saying that this movie is bad. So if I'm gonna be the only person on the internet to say that this was a good movie, but that's fine. I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat. But this was not a bad movie. if you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna say like like this is the best movie of summer or anything like that. Like, but it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad watch. If you are into superheroes, then I think you would like that too. But let's keep it real. That's all I got for this. I just had to put this out because I don't understand why I have not found one video of anyone saying that this was a good movie. And I'm not even trying to be a contrarian on this. Like this is actually like it's not a bad movie. It was a good superhero film, and she played a good Supergirl. That's it. Catch you later.